Hello and welcome to another video. Proxy here, how you guys doing? So it's been a couple of days since my last video, mostly because it was my birthday over the weekend, and obviously I was celebrating and just trying to have some fun with my own family. And well, as you can see, this is a lovely cake that Mrs. Proxy made for me. Made an extra one, obviously. We already ate cake over the weekend. And this one is, I guess, specially made for stream. Celebrate with you guys. Anybody watching today, thank you for being here to watch these videos. Lovely little series that I'm making just to build some of these Warhammer characters here, the Space Marines Start Collecting set. So thank you for coming along. First and foremost, let's celebrate by cutting the cake. I've already made my wish, so this is mostly for you guys. This here is called a red velvet cake. It's my favorite, my personal favorite, and it takes Mrs. Proxy a lot of patience to make this for me, let's just say. She loves making cakes, but she finds this one irritating for some reason because it's a little bit more difficult for her to make. But honestly, it is just fantastic, and I love it. So here's to you guys watching, and here's to hoping that 2020 is as fantastic. It's been as fantastic as it's been for me. I hope it's just as good for you guys. Obviously, we know the state the world's in right now, but I'm still staying positive. I'm going to eat this and share this with my family tomorrow, but I hope you guys are having a good time as well. So let's put the cake aside and let's get to building. I'll be back in just a moment. You guys hang in there. Okay, and I'm back. Hey, right, so, excuse me for my stuffy nose, just a little bit of hay fever, no need to worry. But a short update, I suppose, is necessary. On Monday this week, I actually did stream, but I streamed over on Twitch just to see what it would be like. And streaming, the setup I have here, you guys obviously can't see the background and how I've got this all set up, but let's just say there's a lot of duct tape involved to get this sort of situation, or with the lighting up here and just a nice little mat, and the camera I have propped up in a way just in front of me, just so you guys can see, my work area. But it takes a lot of work and a lot of duct tape to get like this. I'm working from a mobile phone. Fortunately, it's got a really good camera, so it's really clear. But when you stream from it over to Twitch, it's not that great. So for now, I think I'm going to carry on with making videos here on YouTube with you guys, and hopefully we can just get through this series, and in the future we'll revisit the idea of streaming over on Twitch. And on Monday, when I was camera frozen there for a second. On Monday, when I was streaming, I streamed gluing this guy together, but unfortunately the video is just very choppy, and I'm going to turn the music down a touch. There we go. The video was very choppy and quite laggy as well, and pixelated, and my voice came out like it was more of a robot than I normally am. But anyways, we managed to get this bad boy together. Let's get some light on him and some focus. So this is the standard bearer. I do feel like I want to rotate his arm a touch back downwards, because right now it looks like he's kind of with his sword arm. I don't know, maybe I could have posed him a bit better, but maybe because the glue has set and dried, it may be dangerous to attempt to take it apart, and I kind of don't want to do that. But I do feel as if he's kind of like with his hand, but first time putting him together, kind of just had to go with what I could work with. as an amateur first-time painter, builder, everything to Warhammer, I guess I'll just have to remember this as a footnote of not to set the sword arm so high. But overall, I am pleased with it. So this guy's been put together. On the stream video over on Twitch, we didn't get around to putting the flag on. I think I was just working quite slowly. So we still need to attach the eagle motif to the banner, and then the banner to the backpack, power pack of this bad boy. So let's give that a go. First of all, you need to put gloves on. Don't do it with your bare hands. So let's grab some gloves. Sorry about the creaking noises in the background. Just let's have a look. See, right. And this is my favorite track from this artist. I'm going to try to see if I can find like making a playlist which is a couple of hours long, so that there's good music playing for at least an hour or two, so I can make a nice long video with the background music being actually a lot of fun. But for now, I'm working with Geographer's playlist on YouTube, and that's working for me. I quite like this music. I hope you guys enjoy it too. So let's see. Let's get the other glove on, and we can start gluing the banner, the ancient banner. I did have the pleasure of speaking to some of the guys who jumped into chat on my stream Monday. Nice guys, 2 of them overall. And on YouTube, the views have been actually steadily rising, so I'm quite pleased about that. I do hope people are enjoying the video series that I'm making here today and for the next couple of months and weeks. So there's our Terminator Captain. He's been primed for since at least last weekend. The weekend before my birthday, I had him primed and ready to go. So yeah, let's see if we can get some glue on the banner, and then attach the banner to this guy. And finally, he'll be ready for some priming action. We aren't going to be able to do the priming on screen, because obviously I need to do the spraying outdoors. I don't have one of those, what are they called? Oh god, the name slips me. But in any case, I've got one of those shake up cans with just black primer paint. It's sitting on the shelf behind me, so I'm not going to bother getting up to get it. Now, if the super glue hasn't completely dried solid, we should be able to open this up. I think it's dried shut. Oh no, we got it. Or maybe not. Or I think I've broken it entirely. Oh dear. Well, let's throw this one out before it damages anything. And let's get another one, which is on the shelf behind me. Be right back, guys, again. Silly thing. Okay. Round 2. Fortunately, I have some spare glue, so we can not fail at that. Now this time I'm going to try to make sure that I don't get glue on the inside here, so that this bit snaps off when I try to open it. Let's have a look, see. And again, excuse me very much for my itchy nose. I think I'm suffering from some hay fever. I did do a good session of cleaning my nose out, but it seemed to have blocked itself again. Fortunately, it's just hay fever, nothing too serious beyond that. There we go. We've got the tube open there. There's a little bit of glue on top of there, which I'm not keen on getting on my gloves. I felt like I grabbed everything that I needed, but I've forgotten to grab kitchen towels, which I use to obviously keep the glue from getting into places where it shouldn't. Right. Oh no. Is that dried glue on this glove? I might have to change gloves soon if this is sticky. No, it's not sticky. We're good. Thank gosh. Okay. So, banner onto boy, onto our standard bearer. We should pay respect to his rank. I just want to have a real quick look. I'm going to put the glue down so I'm not squeezing it. Ooh, boom. Let's grab this guy. Ah, the eagle motif. It goes both ways. Let's shine some light on that and get some focus as well. So, in terms of size, there's a 50p piece, and the eagle motif is barely anything compared to this coin. Maybe I should put it on a 20p piece. There we go. Can we pick it up? There we go. And this is the size that we're looking at. Just bigger than the letters of the number 20 on this coin. So that's the size we're looking at. So small. Right, let's get some glue on this and attach it to the banner. I'm going to pull this glove slightly up my finger so there's no wobbly bits at the tip of the fingers. You want to make sure you're always wearing gloves when gluing things. It just helps, I feel anyways. Makes things less of a mess overall. Hey, did I? No, that's just a fleck of something else. Some dust over here, which I was worried there was damage to this mat. Right, blob of glue here. Let's see what happens. I don't want to squeeze it too much so it comes out in excess. So let's just very gently see it coming along the tip of the glue thing. There we go. Now I'm going to make an effort today to clean the glue off of the tip of the glue there, so that it doesn't just get stuck in a way we don't want it to be. Where's our trusty tweezers? Oh no. I've just gotten glue on the glove. Darn it. This is honestly really fiddly. If I don't do it right, I'm going to do it wrong. Darn it. I think I messed up a little bit there. Okay, we're going to hold it from one wing, like that. And then we're going to just... Is my finger sticking together anywhere? No, not anymore. Very good. And then we're going to hold it on the top like this. And I hope that... Oh no, it starts to rotate. If I hold it like that, maybe that will help. Just hold it in place there. Need to have glue on there again because it rubbed off onto my finger. You guys can see how easily the glue rubs off if you're doing it wrong. So just be very careful. Let's try this again. Hope that's easy to see. Using my own eyes rather than looking through the camera at the moment. Ooh, let's get this dab here. Ugh, darn it. Scrape this glue off from the rim of the glue stick. Okay. I'm just going to hold it in place here. Let's try to see if I can do it in a good way so that it actually works and also all visible to you guys watching at home. So there we go. This is really it. Oh, the problem is it's such a small piece. I mean, I managed to do it quite well with the Terminator Captain's ornamentation. I'm finding it a lot harder to do it with this piece. It's really irritating now, because I've been busy with this a fair few times, and each time it's kind of messed up. It's not going to work because there's not enough glue there. Yeah. What to do? What were some other ideas? I don't have any green stuff to kind of mold something into place. That's the other problem that I'm having. As I mentioned a few times already, I ordered some things out of China, and they haven't arrived because of the global situation we find ourselves in. Everything's delayed and everything's or just not showing up, you know, and getting kind of frustrated. So my green stuff, the stuff that you use to mold things together, has not arrived, and that makes Proxy a very unhappy bunny. But impatience kind of just drove me to start doing something, start building. Okay, seems to work really well. So what I did was I held the banner in 2 fingers in the left hand, and I held the eagle in 2 fingers on the right hand. And now I'm just, oh god, it's come loose again. Okay, that seems to be holding. Let's hope the glue settles. I might need to get Mrs. Proxy to come put some glue on the middle bit there, the bridge between the banner itself and the eagle thing. And it comes loose again. Frustrating. What other ideas do I have that I can try? Might try sliding it together then. Let's see what happens when we do that. Put this on the side. And let's do it in the shot of the camera as well, so you guys can see what I'm trying to attempt. So I've attempted holding it in my hand and pushing it together. I've tried the tweezers and it's too finicky, it keeps on falling out. And now I'm going to try to just push it together. Let's zoom in a touch. There we go. And I'll do it next to the Terminator Captain so you guys can see. So my plan is now to just put the glue on, and using 2 fingers just slide them together and hold it in place there. So, oh, that seems to be sticking by itself. So I think for this particular piece, the best way to do it is to just hold the banner with 1 forefinger and hold the eagle motif with the other finger, as long as it doesn't stick to you, and then slide them together like that. Put them in place and then hold them together like that. Oh, that seems to have stuck quite well, except that it's crooked. Let's uncrookify it. And there's not enough glue on there for it to stick together permanently. But I think that's the best result that I've had so far. So let's see what we can do. Measure on check. Yeah, that's another problem. Let's try it on this stick. I don't want to get any glue on the mat here. So I'm going to put this wooden stick that I use to hold the guys at a distance and spray with the spray can on. So let's put the banner on that. We're going to apply glue to the tip of the banner where the eagle motif should be. Yes. And that's not too much or too little. Okay. Let's put the eagle on the wooden area as well, and let's just slide these together. Slowly, slowly, slowly. We have contact. And they are attached. I'm just going to apply pressure so that they dry together now, but not in a way so that they're sticking to the wood behind. Okay. That seems to be working pretty well. Okay, it still seems to be a bit crooked there, so I'm going to just gently rotate it, hold it in place again. Oh gosh. Right, let's get this off the glove. And I think we need to change gloves, because that's not working either. The Eagle has a lot of excess glue on there. Oh, this is really irritating. Let's try to pick off some of that glue, because at this rate I'm going to be damaging the glue itself. Oh, sorry, the Eagle molding itself. Looks quite rancid on this side. I might go wash it off in some water to gently remove the glue in this piece. So we'll leave this for now, and we're going to leave the banner as well, because I want to take some of the glue off the banner as well. I don't know if that's visible there on the tip. It's had a fair bit of glue on there in my attempts to try to get these two pieces together, but it's been unsuccessful. So I'm going to keep the, oh, there we go. I'm going to keep the banner and the eagle motif on the side. Failed attempt. But we are going to come back to those two later. I'm definitely going to dry them off with the, see, they're getting stuck again. Let go. There we go. I'm going to take off these gloves. These ones can go in the bin. And we're going to get on another spare set of new gloves, so that I can actually do some gluing together of this guy here. And let's try to make sure that we get that done. New set of gloves. So I think this is still roughly my first week, definitely my first month of streaming ever. Still roughly about my first week. I think I've done maybe 3 or 4 videos, one stream over on Twitch, but that wasn't honestly that successful, so I'm not going to count it too much. And generally speaking, the schedule I'm going to try to keep is making a video Monday evening, along with Wednesday and then Saturday. Tuesdays and Fridays I have Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so I'm expecting that once the lockdown situation finishes and we can get back to our regularly scheduled program and everything, I'll be able to crack on with my training. But Tuesdays and Fridays normally I have my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so I can't actually do any streaming Tuesday nights and Friday nights. I'm just going to, well, yeah, I want to carry on that training. It's just too valuable to me. So we've got the legs. This is just a regular squaddy we've got together. We've got his chest pieces here, 2 of them separate. We've got the legs obviously sorted. We've also got his arms, and we've picked out the gun that he's going to have. Besides, we've got the shoulder pads, we've got the power pack at the back, and we've got the headpiece. So let's start gluing this guy together. We'll need a base. There we go. Let's see here. So I did some filing down and cleaning up this guy, and he seems to be pretty good on the bottom side, very flat and clean. And let's get him on to the base. So more glue. In this case I like to apply glue to the bottoms of the soles of the troopers' shoes. And that's Mrs. Proxy just finding her way into her comfortable computer office chair, I guess you could say. There we go. And in this case I'm not worried about there being a little bit too much glue applied to him. You can see the glossy gleam there. It's going to hold him in place above the disc. Let's get the shot a little bit centered. There we go. Just going to push down from the top. There's plenty of space on the left side of his foot and the right side of his foot, so he's not going over the edge of the base. Just going to push down for a few seconds. The glue does seem to settle quite quickly. And we're just going to wiggle a little bit into place so that the glue fills all the little rough edge of this base. The base that we have over here is the one for the Dreadnought, which is far bigger than a 50p piece. Look at that, much bigger. And the Terminator can fit quite easily on it as well. Let's get there, go. Black on black is not too easy to see. Okay, look at that. Seems to be attaching quite quickly. Righto. Next, let's get the two chest pieces together. I did do this from the book over on Twitch. When I was streaming on Twitch, I did use the book a lot to make sure I was doing the right thing. So this is the two chest pieces. I'm going to apply glue on the inside there and attach these two together. So let's get that done. I love this track. This one is called Geographer Slip. One of my favourite tracks. So some good news for Games Workshop, as we're I mean, the lockdown has obviously meant that a lot of companies are closed, but the news came through that Games Workshop are trialing opening some stores in Scandinavia and the Netherlands, I think it was. Some other places as well. So hopefully soon the stores will start opening again and we can go in. They'll probably have restrictions of how many people can be in the store, and you need to keep distance from each other. You need to use hand sanitizer, or maybe even wear gloves and a mask or whatever, otherwise you're not allowed to enter, etc. I don't know, but apparently over in Scandinavia and what was it, the Netherlands, they are trialing some of the stores are opening again, Games Workshop stores, Warhammer stores, so that's great news to hear, thank gosh. Quite pleased to hear that personally, because it finally means we can get back to some normalcy in life, eh? There we go, just going to hold this together very tightly, shine some light on there so we can get some good focus. I've got that all sanded down, and when we paint over it, well, that circle is going to be covered by an arm anyway, so that's not going to be too visible. That little divot in there is where the heads are going to go in a minute. Okay, it's pretty good, Right, and now the following step is to apply glue to the top there, and we're going to push the glue in, push the torso onto the top of that. One of the things I find really crazy is the fact that with the Games Workshop models, yes, the molds are similar. By that I mean, yes, we have so many molds, but each squad character has, you can build specifically how you want them to be. So you can have each leg position in each torso to be different. So there's so much variety in how you can build each soldier, because each leg is actually slightly angled differently or is slightly in a different pose. In this case, this leg is slightly further ahead than that one. This is in the center. He's kind of tilted a little bit more in a different way. So every single person in the world right now building each of their little soldiers, every single one's going to be unique, because people will pick different poses for each of their soldier. No single miniature in the world is likely to be the exact same customization or paint work as any other in the world. It's very unlikely. I find that really, really cool if you think about it that way, because every single piece has this, you know, it will come out of this sprue, and then you'll build it up, and then every single person in the world who has this is going to build each of their armies differently. So no single miniature is the same as any other one, or very unlikely to be. At least I think so. And I was thinking about that the other day, and it just felt like a really cool idea. Because you might have similar sort of customizations, but you may not necessarily have the exact same as any other person in the world. Right, let's hold this biz together. Let's push these two together. Oh, that seems to be sticking quite quickly. I'm just going to push this down a touch. Yeah. Pretty cool. And obviously, then again, the next thing is, of course, each piece when attached may be rotated just a little bit more differently than in any other person, and the arms will be positioned slightly differently. So even though generally speaking you're going to have the same sort of pieces, between the customization and the rotation of each piece as it's attached, every single piece is going to be different, because it's made by a different person. Even the same person, no matter how accurate they feel they are, they may not necessarily end up making things the exact same way, you know? If they make the same model a second time, each piece will be slightly differently positioned. So that will make every individual miniature a unique one. Right, so that's going to be the arm pieces going together. I think in order to get this together, what should I do? So this will go attached to the body. I just need to make sure. This seems like it's going to be really, really bad if you mess this up in terms of... oh no, there seems to be... Let's check the instruction manual real quick. What order they say to do things in. Righto, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. Okay, so this is a step we're trying to do right now. It says apply glue to the hand, apply glue to the wrist, the elbow joint, the shoulder joint, and the shoulder joint. Huh. Yeah, that doesn't help. Especially when it's, you know, it's got to line up properly so it looks like he's naturally holding his gun rather than it being crooked. So let's have a look, see if it's attached like this. There we go. If we just glue it on there like that, we're going to apply glue to the hand later. Okay, so let's give that a go. Let's move this aside so no glue gets on that, because we don't want to ruin the base before we've even started building the dreadnought. Let's see here. Glue, 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 glue. I hope it's not too much. I hope it's not too little. You never know when you're doing this for the first time. Okay, I'm just gonna attach it in a way so that it's resting So it looks like he's resting his wrist or forearm against his sort of belt buckle. Okay, there we go. Just a touch now. There we go. Just going to push together quite hard, increasing pressure so that it attaches. Now, in order to remove that glue that's kind of dried and gotten crusty, I'm going to put it in a bowl of sort of warm water, not boiling, but warm water, and just leave it to soak there. And I'm hoping that the super dry glue will, the super fast drying glue will start to kind of melt away in the warm water. Quite confident that it'll work. Okay, let's see. So the gun goes like this. That seems to attach quite well. Let's zoom in a touch. Move this guy back a bit. Let's move you over. Out of the way, you. There we go. Haha. So we're going to put the gun like this eventually, and he's obviously going to be holding it from the bottom. Oh, that's not working too well. I think though it might be a better idea if I let's see, is there good lighting there? Yeah. If I attach the other half of the arm, so this one, we're going to attach this arm to his side, and then we're going to get the gun onto this side of the wrist, and then glue the hand as well so that he's holding it from the bottom like that. Right. Fiddly work this, honestly. Let's get some glue on here. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. I was just blowing bubbles right now. Come on, let's get some glue on there. I hope the glossiness is visible. Just about. There we go. I'm just going to make sure that the whole of this surface area is kind of covered in glue. I hope it, honestly, I hope I'm not doing too much. There might be some people who are cringing at the amount of glue that I'm applying. I hope it's not too much. Now we want the angle to be right, otherwise if it's too low then the gun won't get attached properly. That's the problem with working with super fast drying glue. There we go. Oh, that's not rotated correctly. We need to definitely be rotating it downwards. Okay, there we go. Come on, stay. Sorry, I've got my hands busy so I can't zoom out for you guys. Okay, I hope that's good. Seems to be working pretty well. And generally speaking, it seems to be in the right position. So if we just wiggle this a little bit into place. Oh, just about. Look at that. And if we just glue the wrist now and the hand, which is holding the gun, we're in business. Woo! That looks pretty good. Oh my gosh. Good job, me. First time. Whew. Okay, so we need to get glue on the hand there, and we're going to put glue in this hand, which is on the underside of the gun. Whew. No pressure, eh? Let's get this right. Because otherwise your models always end up looking a little bit daft. I'm really happy I managed to get it so good. Okay, this is in shot. Gloop, 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 gloop. That doesn't look like there's a lot on there. Let's just try to get a touch more on the wrist. Kind of paint it on in a sense. And now on the hand itself, we're going to try to get it in there. Gloop. Oh, duct tape sticking to my gloves. Just want to shine that in the light. That does look like there's sufficient glue in there, so... Okay. Moment of truth. Let's get the magazine in there diagonally first. So. And then get the thumb in. And get the wrist positioned correctly. Yes. And we have touchdown. And the arm here moved a touch, so we're just going to make sure everything comes together really well. Oh my gosh, look at that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Fortunately, his left arm was able to... I was able to rotate it because the glue hadn't completely dried there. But that looks fantastic! Oh my god, I'm so pleased with this. Okay, the wrist on this hand looks a little bit off. Just a touch off. I want to see if I can twist the magazine. No, it's starting to settle now. I think we're going to have to be happy with this as a result. On the top side it seems to be good. It's not... I can't twist it diagonally that much. It seems to be settled. The hands holding the gun from the bottom. The wrist and the forearm there are attached. This doesn't seem to be rotating, so I'm just going to push these together here from the shoulders towards the torso, applying pressure from top to bottom, like this. And I'm just going to try to give it a little wiggle. No, it doesn't seem to be moving. Really, really solidly attached there. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at the detail as well. Amazing. Right, let's stick that back there. Hello. Hello. Can't wait to start playing with these guys. It's going to be amazing. And now for the headpiece. We've gone for this one. Just a basic sort of one. Oh, the music seems to have stopped again. Play. Right. We're just going for a generic helm. No veteran mark on this one. The skulls, if it's got a skull, I think it depicts a veteran. So we can put the head on now. I mean, the book says it to do it another way, but let's just stick the head on. Complete. I know that seems to be glossy, but I think that might be dry in there. Okay. Let's put some glue in there just to be sure. I mean, it is glossy, but I don't think that that's enough glue per se. Personally. And then on the other end, I don't want it to be sort of squelching out from under his sort of chin. Now, oh, camera stopped again. There we are, we're back. Righto. Let's get our trusty tweezers. I'm going to hold this guy from the top. Sorry, mate. Squeezing your head together. And I'm going to hold this, the rest of the model. Oh. Carefully now. We don't want it to fall apart. Right. Kind of do it sideways so I can apply good pressure. But top ways, you know, he's going to be going in like that. But I want to do it sideways. So sorry about this view. Everyone just rotate your neck 90 degrees. Don't hurt yourself, I'm joking obviously. So let's go. You guys ready for this? Let's do it like this so you guys can see it actually go in. Oh, touchdown. Okay, which way do you guys think? You know, next time I'm going to put a vote up and you guys can help decide what his pose is going to be. Let's have him face this way. I'm going to rest his chin also on the rim of the chest breastplate. I'm just going to push the head down. Now that it's in position, I'm going to remove the tweezers. Let's put these away. And with our hands, holding it steady at the bottom and holding the head steady at the top, we're just going to make sure we're pushing it downwards. That looks good. Oh my god. Oh, 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 so excited. This looks awesome. Awesomeness intensifies. Look at that guy. Look at him. My first basic squaddy. The gun's in perfect position. The arms are just really, really well placed. He's attached the base really well. The detail is amazing. Oh, you know what? I think I might name each one of them. I might write their names on the bottom. Give them some really, really cool names. Some 40k Warhammer names. See, this is the wonder of Warhammer. Honestly, the art of building them from zero to hero. You know, getting them out of the sprues and then getting them all ready. So this is the fun bit. And then it just gets more and more fun when you actually start wargaming, you know? Right, so we've got the power pack, and we've got the shoulder pads. So let's get the shoulder pad to fix this bad boy. So I'm going to put this is just a plain shoulder pad without the golden edge sort of thing. Which one of these models has the plain shoulder pad on him? I'm just looking at the box, which you guys can't see. That guy. Why did it go so dark? Brighten up. Camera's gone dark. Ah, whatever. It's still recording. I hope it's not dark for you guys. Let's zoom out a touch. Seems to be fine. Whoop. Why is the screen going dark on my end? Oh well, doesn't matter. Right, so this is just sort of a plain shoulder pad. I filed it down, but there's still sort of, it looks, oh, this is so frustrating for me. I mean, brightness up. Let's see. There we go. Thank you. Lock. There we go. I wanted it to be this bright for myself. Thank you. Okay. Stay there. Cool. Lock this up. Yes. Just brightness level. Very good. All right. So yeah, this is just a shoulder pad. Is the focus automatically adjusting, or is that failing as well now? I don't know. Yeah, when I get close, it doesn't. Okay, so let's unlock that. Sorry, I'm just playing around with the functionality on this phone's thing. Right. And if I have something close by, it's focusing on this, and then if I move away, it's focusing on that, and my hand, and then him. Yes, good. Focusing is working. Sorry about that. Just still learning things and playing along. So this is just a plain shoulder pad with no sort of edges. I've sanded this bit down with a nail file because that's the only thing I have, unfortunately. Just gonna have to go with it. So we're gonna put glue on the inside of the hollow bit, the concave bit, I think it's called. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let's have a gander. I'm just gonna apply glue in here. Come on. Oh, way too much. Way too much. It kind of just splurged out. First nothing was happening, and all of a sudden it was just like, hello, here's glue. Okay, let's pick up this bad boy. And we're going to just put the glue on thusly. Okay. And then I'm not holding the base. I'm pushing, the pressure that I'm applying is applying it from shoulder to shoulder now. So I'm not actually holding the base. No pressure on the base because I don't want the legs and the hips and the feet to slide off. The pressure is coming from my forefinger on my right hand and going through to my thumb and forefinger on my left hand. And the pressure is from his shoulder blade to his shoulder blades, left or right. I think that's the best way to attach the shoulder pads personally. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. I think I'm going to add a seal to his shoulder as well. Probably the front side here. Somewhere along this edge here. That's going to be fun. Final bits and bobs of customization that we're going to do. Let's get his other shoulder on. So we've got a shoulder pad, one that's completely plain without a rim, and this one which has a rim with a little rectangular sort of segment in it. We're going to put an emblem on here, I think. An Ultramarines emblem. And obviously the rim is going to be painted gold all the way around. And I really hope that that's good enough sanding on there. That little bit, you can't see it from the top. And I hope when it's painted it looks alright. As my first time ever, I'm just going to have to try it out and learn from my mistakes. Obviously it's very expensive mistakes, but still it's a learning process. So let's get this completed. Alright, this time I'm going to try not to get too much glue in there. Let's have a look-see. Ooh, yep. That looks like a little less than last time. Good. And the tips of my gloves are... Let's pick that up quickly before it runs. Okay. And let's add this shoulder pad as well. Now once again, I'm applying the pressure from one shoulder pad to the other sideways. I'm not applying any pressure on the base downwards. Let's hold this at the center of the screen so you guys can see. The pressure is going sideways from one thumb to another. And it's not going downwards. I'm just applying it so that the pressure goes towards the center of his helmet. And the shoulder pads are pushed in towards each other. Okay, look at that. I'm really pleased with that. I mean, obviously it looks a little bit like he's... What's the pose he's doing there? Nah, I'm still happy with this. This is okay. Why does the screen keep on going dark on my end? It's frustrating. No. Okay, so he's good to go, except for the power pack, which we can get on now. So this is a power pack we went for. This one doesn't have any emblems, it's just got the exhaust ports. 3 of them actually, if you think about it. One dead center and the 2 sides exhaust ports, and then these little extra sort of bits at the bottom there. I think those are also exhaust ports, but hey ho. Power armor energy pack, power pack. Now for this, again, I think I find it easier when you put the glue in these kind of crevices. It's easier to have glue in these areas than it is to put it on this side per se. So I'm putting the glue here into all the holes and the indents and the inverted areas. Essentially, if you know how male and female molds work, I prefer putting it into the female mold area of the miniature, and then pushing the male mold and female mold together so that they get affixed. Now for this, I'm going to hold him from shoulder pad to shoulder pad sideways, and I'm going to push this onto there. Ooh, that was messy. Okay. That attached quite comfortably because obviously it's got the mold pieces. Just gonna make sure that it's not crooked from the back. Yeah. That was perfect. Sideways looks pretty good. Oh, glue's getting stuck on the tip of the glove there. Just gonna make sure that I don't touch the model with that glue finger. This side looks good. Bottom looks very tidy from what I can see. The base is in the way. And the top side looks very, very straight ahead. And it doesn't look like it's crooked at all. Oh, so pleased with this. Look at that. Fantastic. So happy with this. So happy with this. Honestly. That is so good. Okay. So that's our first basic, lowest rank sort of ultramarine in our sort of detachment. We'll come up with a name for him later. And he's ready to go. I'm really pleased with that. Now, this bad boy needs to have the banner attached and the eagle motif attached to the banner. But first, we're going to put this in some hot well, not hot or boiling, but some warm water, and just let the glue that's been drying on there just kind of run off. And we're going to come back to that next episode, and I'll let you know how I got on removing super glue from these pieces, because honestly I'm tired of trying to get this banner attached to the eagle motif, but it wouldn't be complete without the eagle motif, so we need to do it right. And having super fast what's it called, super glue, yeah, fast drying super glue, having it all over the banner just makes it look messy, and when I'm painting it later it's just going to look horrendous. So I'm going to remove the glue by putting it in some hot water, not boiling, just some warm water, so that the glue becomes runny again, and then I'm going to dry off the pieces with some tissue paper or damp cloth. So we'll come back to this tomorrow, and hopefully we can try gluing that again. My plan, when I want to do it though, is still, I want to put it on this piece here, put them both flat, get the glue on, and then get them to attach so, by pushing them towards each other. And I hope that that works. And that'll be at least 3 of the figurines ready to go. I think honestly it'll be safer if I'm attaching the banner and the eagle motif first, and then when these two are together, then I'm going to attach the banner, the standard, to our standard bearer sergeant. We're going to be good to go. Let's have a close-up of this guy. He was made on Monday, I believe. Yeah. So he's got a bolter pistol with the bullet hanging from the handle of the gun. He's got a couple of seals on his feet. One on this side, and I thought he had one on the other side, but he doesn't. Seems to have some sort of hinge tubing there, going from his foot to his ankle for whatever reason. And let's get some light on the front side. There we go. He's got his gritted teeth, very angry. And he's kind of doing a sort of charge sort of thing. I do wish I had aimed the gun to be slightly lower, but it dried too quickly, so I'm going to have to settle with this. And in the future, if we get another guy like this, we'll make sure that the gun is down, facing downwards. But this looks fantastic. I'm really pleased. Really pleased. And with this guy, because he is a veteran, I've gone for a power pack with a skull motif on the back to signify that he's a veteran, as opposed to the other guy who's I'm kind of building to be the rookie, the sort of lowest rank ultramarine in the tactical squad. So for today, that'll be it. I thank you once again so much for being here, for watching the video, and if you watched it all the way through, you know, I'm immeasurably and genuinely grateful. You're fantastic. Please do leave a like and comment below. All the engagements, every single comment I'm going to respond to. And until next time, this has been Proxy. Let's give it a zoom out. Cheers for watching. Peace.